It is so important for me, for Beyond Psychology, for the world, that we all are going to focus on waking up to the system we are living in, waking up to the very demanding and dysfunctional and patriarchal and capitalistic system that we are living in, that is very oppressive and that is forcing almost every human being from a very young age to suppress their authentic self. It is forcing you to live in survival mode. It is forcing you to pay for your existence. And this system, or the systems, the structures that we have built, they have served us for a very long time. I mean, we have growth, we have science, we have discovered so much more. There's so much more information sharing. There's so much beautiful technology. But what we are heading towards now is a world where more and more and more we feel that we are alone, separated, powerless, small human beings. We completely are forgetting, or we all already totally forgot who we truly are, our creative nature, our true potential, our authentic self. We are so disconnected from who we truly are, and so disconnected from nature, so disconnected from the universe and the laws of the universe and the energy of creation, that we feel completely lost, burned out, depressed, anxious. We experience more mental health disorders than ever before. But the fun part and the positive thing about this is that there are also more and more and more people awakening than ever before, awakening to the fact that they have been told a lie from the day that they were born, awakening to the fact that they were told that they are incomplete and that they should work hard the rest of their lives to compensate that. We are all waking up to the lie of capitalism, the lie of the American dream, the lie of when you work hard and do your best, you will earn more and more and more and more. And we have been hoarding. We have been very greedy. We have been very needy. We have been growing more and more and more. But as we see now, is that it is and always was at the cost of the planet and at the cost of so many people's lives. We have been growing and we have been expanding. And yes, this was great at some point in time. But what we forget, that we also have a history full of oppression and full of destruction and full of wars and hate. And it's not even history, oppression, wars, hate, it's still here. We are repeating history over and over again because we are stuck in this very destructive loop. We are stuck in traumatic cycles. We are stuck in relational and emotional trauma because of the systems that we are living in. And if we do not wake up to those systems and start the healing journey, start to heal ourselves from the effects of living in a system and growing up in a system like ours, we will be doomed to continue these destructive cycles over and over and over again. So if you are seeing this, then it is time for you to open your eyes, to look at the systems you are living in, the family system, the culture system, the school system, the religious system, the political system, and wake up to the fact that this system has been holding you hostage almost, has been mind controlling you, has been conditioning you to believe a story about who you truly are that doesn't cover the whole reality and truth of who you truly are. You have been suppressing your authentic self from a very young age. You have been forced in some way to conform to the norm because you were so and are so dependent as a little child on your parents, your caretakers, the leaders, the politicians to survive, that the only thing you know is, I will do what everybody says I have to do because that will keep me safe. But they were also living in this very hypnotizing, mind-controlling and fear-based society. They were also very oppressed. They were also disconnected from who they truly are. They learned to silence themselves, to say yes, to nod and be a good civilian. And maybe this sounds a little bit radical, but I want you to wake up to the fact that the world you are living in is just someone's story you are living in, someone's story you are repeating. You are reacting to the world already from a very young age, but in essence, in your heart, in your soul, you are a creator of your own reality. We as human beings are here to create our reality, to create the visions and the dreams that we live inside of ourselves. We are here to connect to each other with open hearts, without relational trauma. We are here to emotionally mature, to communicate intuitively, to use our body and the language beyond words, the language beyond our minds, the language beyond our thoughts, to connect with each other, to connect with nature, and to connect with something bigger than ourselves. But we completely lost it because of the society we are living in. And deep down inside, you feel the truth of my words. You feel empty, you feel depressed, you feel burnt out, you feel so tired of running in this rat race, running on the hamster wheel. You feel so tired of pretending to be someone that in essence you're not. And this leaves an emptiness inside, a deep existential crisis inside of you that you are trying to numb with food, alcohol, social media, Netflix, movies, the news. You are consuming information and information and information, desperately searching and seeking for your own truth. But your own truth is found inside, in your heart and in your belly. Your belly is very, very wise. It knows who you are, what feels right to you, what you want, what your desires are. But you are so conditioned to conform to the norm, to conform to gender roles, to conform to what is expected of you, to conform to having a job, paying your bills. You are so conditioned that outside of that little story, that little reality, that little mind prison that we are living in is unsafe and maybe even will lead to you dying or whatever. We are being so conditioned to fear stepping out of the rat race, the matrix, that which we have known already from a very young age, that it is the most scary and dangerous thing to do. We believe that if we do that, we'll be alone, we'll be rejected, mocked, ridiculed, ostracized. We'll be the crazy one. But if you want to live up to your creative potential, if you want to start with really walking your soul's path, if you want to start with experiencing your life and feeling your life and feeling alive, you have to start with stepping out of that which you have known already from a very young age. You have to start with daring to be the crazy one, daring to be the one who does things differently. You have to do things differently than you have done before. If you truly want to feel connected, at peace, fulfilled, and at home wherever you are, if you truly want to find the courage to express your authentic self, if you want to discover who you authentically are because you completely forgot or never really knew, break free in some way. If you feel trapped, but you cannot explain why, this is the reason why. Because energetically and cognitively, you are in a mind prison, in a reality, in a story of life, in a cycle that your family and the people around you, your closest environment, have been repeating over and over and over again. And if you feel trapped, if you are a seeker, if you feel depressed maybe or burned out, if you feel like something isn't right, what we are doing doesn't feel right. What are we doing? If you're asking yourself those questions, you are a cycle breaker. You are someone who seeks freedom above everything else. You are here to wake up, to step out of the cycle, to step out of the rat race, to step out of this one version of life and one version of history, to step out of reacting to the world and to become a creator of the world. You are here to create the new. And this is what our world needs. All the biggest problems of our time are just a repetition of history, of trauma bonds, of trauma cycles, of pain, of grief, of abandonment wounds, of rejection wounds, of suppressed emotions, of people being disconnected to their hearts and their body, of people not feeling seen and loved and heard and recognized by their parents because their parents never were able to give that to them because of the society we are living in. All the biggest problems in this world are because we completely forgot who we truly are because we completely forgot our creative potential and the love we are and which we were created from. It's because we are so disconnected from the trees and the sea and the rocks and the ground and the earth and the soil the wind and the birds and the animals. It's because we are so forced to live in survival mode and are in a constant fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response to survive this system we are living in, that we aren't able to truly create change. The problems of our world aren't a cognitive problem. The problems of our world are emotional, energetic, spiritual. They are based on a very intrinsic existential wounds of abandonment and rejection. And we are passing on these wounds over and over and over again when we are very disconnected, small, powerless human beings who feel this emptiness inside and who feel so much grief because they are so disconnected from their true nature. And they are being forced to live in survival mode so much that those two components create trauma over and over and over again. And when we become aware of that, wake up to those facts, we are able to step out of the existing paradigm of reality and become the observer of that paradigm of reality. And we are finally able to get ourselves out of survival mode and then take some time to really heal from the effects of living in a society like ours. For centuries, we have to heal a lot of trauma and grief, which are all stored in our body and in our subconscious mind. Then you can start to understand that you aren't who you think you are. Your whole life has been some kind of lie in some way. I do not want to diminish everything, of course. And then you can start to questioning yourself, who am I truly? What do I love? What is living inside of me? What are my dreams? What are my visions? What do I want to create? What do I want to experience in this lifetime? What do I want to learn? How do I want to contribute? And you can start to understand that you have been living in survival mode for a very long time, and you can start to learn the techniques to heal from living in survival mode. You can start to learn how to regulate your nervous system, how to really process your suppressed emotions. You will have to take some time to really grieve the life you are living in, to really grieve the disconnection, to really grieve the trauma from your family system and from your ancestors and the collective traumas. You finally feel safe when you come out of survival mode to slowly open your heart and to soften and to see your vulnerability as a strength, and that it is very courageous to go on this journey. You will become more soft, more at ease with life, and you will slow down, and you will start to see the craziness, the crazy rat race we're living in, or people are living in. You now stepped out of that, and you will maybe want to take a step back and get into some cocooning with yourself, more a cocoon phase, and you will start to be really gentle with yourself. You will start to open up for nature, and you will see yourselves in the leaves of trees, and you will see yourselves in the birds that fly, and you will start to understand how disconnected you have been from life, and you will become more and more aware of the present moment and how everything actually takes place in the everlasting present moment. And you will sink deeper in your body, and you will start to feel how much fear there is inside your belly, and how much suppressed anger, how much tears you have, how much you miss true and deep connection. And you will start to want to live more healthy. You will stop with consuming Netflix and social media. Maybe you want to stop with drinking alcohol, etc., etc. You will start to understand your coping mechanisms, your survival mechanisms, the way you have been keeping yourself safe in relationships and in the world, and how this has been masking you and holding you back from truly being who you authentically are. And more layers you will start to peel off, and slowly, slowly, slowly you will get into contact again with the energy of your soul, of your authentic self, the person you were as a little child before life happened. And you will start to come alive and feel so alive, and you will start to work with your inner child and heal that child and give her or him everything it never received. And you will start to bloom, and you will start to express yourself more authentically. You will start to play again, and life will become lighter because you took off so many layers of protection, trauma, emotions, conditioning, shame, guilt. And this all happens inside. Maybe the outside world doesn't really notice anything about you in that cocooning phase. And of course, afterwards, when you start to express yourself more authentically, they will notice that. And it's a very, very, very tough and sometimes dark, but very beautiful journey to start walking. It's why I always say that the only way onwards for every human being and for our planet Earth is inwards. We have to travel deep down inside to who we truly are through layers and layers of grief, suppressed emotions, trauma, conditioning, mind control, fear, shame, guilt, expectations. But it is so worth it because you will come out on the other side and you will feel so alive. And this is what awakening, healing, and transformation means to me, to Beyond Psychology, and to a lot of people who have gone before me and who came after me, and who all walked this journey of awakening and healing. And this is what our world needs, and this is what is happening collectively right now. And if you feel that you're on this journey, use my videos, use all my content, because that is what I'm all about. I have walked this journey, and I think I'm already on this journey for 6, 7, 8 years. And I will show you the way. I will show you the way out of the rat race, the way out of the matrix, the way out of survival mode. I will show you the way into healing, softness, the mother energy. I will help you understand how you can work with emotions, how you can create safety inside your body, and how you can transform yourself in your life. I will help you to start with speaking up, setting boundaries, waking the world up. Because once you have made the journey and you are grounded in your authentic self, landed in your body and in your power, and you remember your creative potential, then it is your responsibility to do something with it. Because when we are with many and enough people, we can finally create true change. Hey there, my name is Myrthe Glasbergen. I'm the founder of Beyond Psychology, and I'm also an occupational health psychologist, life and job coach, intuitive singer, and creator. And I am fascinated about the awakening and healing of humanity. I strongly believe that healed people heal the world, and this is why I'm doing everything I can to help heal as many people as possible. So if you're on a journey of self-discovery, personal growth, transformation, healing, and you want to rediscover who you truly are and change yourself in your life, then subscribe to my channel for more videos on all of these topics. And if you want to help spread this message of awakening and healing, then please like this video, share this video, respond to this video, because that will definitely help. In my subscription, you can find a nice link to a free somatic exercise to start your healing journey. And you can also find the link to my online platform and community for self-discovery, healing, transformation, and growth. It's called Heart Journey, and it's here to help you rediscover who you truly are, heal yourself, transform yourself in your life so that you will use your talents and your gifts to make the world a better place. Thank you for being here and have a nice day.